We are live. It's alive. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Queens of Nerddom podcast. I have here with me my dear friend, Chris from CJ Horror, here to hang out with me. We have some really awesome news to share with you, and then some really terrible movies that we watched, but they're kind of funny. So hopefully you like it. We'll see. If not, they're funny. That's right, Chris. That's one thing about horror movies. If they're not really scary, then they're funny.
Yeah. These are pretty foul.
Yeah. Crude too. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll get there.
So we can't start an episode without my dad jokes. You're
Do
right.
it.
So, Chris, what's the best way to fix a broken pumpkin?
What's the best way to fix a broken pumpkin?
Use a pumpkin patch.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know why the cranberry blushed?
Why?
Because he saw the turkey dressing.
Jesus. Where do you find these?
Wait. One more. What do you get if you cross a turkey with a ghost?
Dinner?
A poultrygeist.
Jesus.
No hate. All right. We survived my dad jokes for this evening. Sorry, Chris.
You know which side of a turkey has the most feathers?
Which one?
The outside.
I don't know why I love dad jokes so much. Dude, I love them. All right. Shots or drinks? I'm sipping on some alcohol, so I'm just going to take a sip. What would you like to dedicate our shot to, friend?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
All right.
Friends, family, good movies, bad movies. We'll talk about a few of those.
Cheers to
But
that.
we're all just having a good time and not having to go to work tomorrow.
Oh. Cheers. Kampai. Cheers. Delicious. Good. All right. Now we're going to go on. I forgot to change the background. Boop. Let's do some horror news. All right. Now, we have the first one on here. I was actually really surprised about this one. It's Dear Santa. Let's see if I can find the trailer to Dear Santa. You want to tell them about it while I look for it?
Yeah, so Dear Santa is a new, essentially Christmas comedy with Jack Black playing Satan. Basic premise is that a little boy tries to write a letter to Santa and misspells it. And Jack Black, hilarity ensues. So should be a good time for folks that enjoy Jack Black's style of humor. But it'll be coming out on Paramount Plus on the 25th of November. So looking forward to that one. Or did come out on the 25th of November.
Love it.
All days are the same to me right now.
All days are the same. I love it. And it's not working. Damn it. Sorry, guys. No clues in there. Anyways.
We'll fix it in post.
Yes. We'll fix it later. At any rate, Yeah, so you've got Jack Black, as you said, as Satan, and then it also has Keegan-Michael Key and then Post Malone. I didn't actually catch what Post Malone was playing.
Uh, God only knows. I, I, I don't
I
know. I'm
would
interested to see what he can do. Like the dude just made a huge, not necessarily career shift, but genre shift. Like he went from
mm,
being huge in the pop realm to throwing out what's actually a really solid country album. So
interesting. I didn't
yeah,
know
I was
that.
surprised at how good it was.
I'm gonna
Heard
have to
Post
check it out.
Malone does a country album. I was like, this is gonna be garbage. And then I've listened to it every day since it came out.
No way. That
Yeah,
good?
yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's good.
Interesting. I will have to check this out. Maybe. I don't
Solid.
know. All
That
right.
could have been scary, but it wasn't.
It wasn't scary.
You did a good job.
So the next movie we have is Werewolves. So that's going to be released December 6th in theaters. It has our very favorite Frank Grillo and Lou Diamond Phillips. Some I was like, Lou Diamond, all right, I'm down. So the plot of the story is there is a supermoon event apparently triggered a latent gene in every human on the planet, causing anyone that was exposed to the moonlight to transform into the werewolves, killing millions of people in a single night. A year later, the world attempts to prepare for another supermoon. So this actually, oh Frank, I hate to say this, buddy, kind of sounds like The Purge, but with werewolves.
Yep.
But I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm so down. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down for this one. The Purge with fleas. I'm all about
Yes.
it.
The
Really,
Purge with
I'm
fleas.
aching for a good werewolf movie. And
I
we've got
you know
there's a few coming.
oh, is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you got Wolfman, right? Lee Winnell.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's right, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
that one's
We'll
looking
see.
solid. But yeah, this one looks fun. I'm shocked that Lou Diamond Phillips is still alive.
Well, he's
I
yeah,
hadn't heard anything
he
about
has
that man until he creeped up in what are we on, Call of Duty 32 now?
oh,
He's
yeah,
got a part in that.
something like that.
It's probably higher
Ridiculous
than that.
amounts. Ridiculous. But yeah, he so that the werewolves, I'm not sure about the makeup and stuff that they're doing, but I've seen worse, seen better. They can't all be underworld werewolves or, you know, that's fine. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Everybody, if you haven't heard about this movie coming out, what have you been doing? Nosferatu is going to be making its debut in theaters December 25th. If you didn't know, it is a remake from the 1922 German silent German film. I'm not sure how you want to twist that. With Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok, and you also have Nicholas Holt in there, Lily Rose Depp. I'm actually super curious what she has in store for us. I know she's done some movies, but I haven't seen any. But I like to see what kind of acting chops she inherited from her dad. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson is also going to be in it, and then my very favorite Green Goblin, William Defoe, is going to be in there as well. So star-studded cast. I hope that means that they have high hopes for it. I have high hope for it. What do you think? Do you have high hopes for this movie?
I do. Anything that Willem Dafoe's in, with the exception of Antichrist, I'm pretty excited about.
Mhm.
And if you haven't seen that movie, don't watch it. Especially if you're,
But
it's rough. It's a
really?
good movie, but
Uh,
it's
you?
intense,
Okay.
very intense.
Very intense. Got it. Skipit.com. Got it. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm a big fan of vampire movies anyway. Um, they're
Same.
probably my second favorite as far as the big main monster types go. Right
What's your
behind
first?
werewolves. Werewolves.
Oh, werewolves is your
Oh
first?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
yeah. I'm excited about this one. I am
Mhm.
starting to worry about Bill Skarsgård a bit though. I think
He's really in
he's
his weirdo arc, isn't he?
yeah, he's kind of heading down that typecast role,
He's
right? Because
I'm like,
I mean, he did Hemlock Grove, right? which was great. But he played a vampire or a
Which yeah,
vampire.
which I'm like, he played a vampire, yeah.
Yep. Pennywise, another horror film. Right. He attempted to play Eric Draven. Or excuse me. Eric. No Draven.
Right,
Eric.
just Eric.
He just did. Was it Boy Kills the World, the action movie?
I
Um,
didn't yeah, I heard of it, I didn't watch it though.
yeah, solid action movie.
Mm,
And now he's doing Warlock. So I mean, maybe this is a niche for him, and maybe it works out better than it did for his brother Alex. Yeah, I'd
maybe.
like to see him stretch a little bit. But this movie, I'm excited for it. I love the original for one. I
Yeah.
think it was beautifully shot. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah,
Especially for
there's
1922 with that
oh yeah,
projector
oh
film.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Some of the special effects and stuff. Well, not necessarily special effects, but the camera trickery and lighting trickery that they used back then was pretty impressive.
Yeah. I
So I
like
think
those
as
old
long as they don't make it too
Mhm.
shiny, I think it'll do well.
Hope so. It seems like they didn't have a choice, like, back then, but I feel like it's definitely has, like, a dark tone. Like, I'd actually be curious to see if they used a blue filter, for some of it to give it an even darker tone, but I'm no filmography person, so I'll find
Yeah, I
out
think
on
it'll be good.
IMDb. Hmm?
When I first heard that they were redoing a Nosferatu, I really hoped that Del Toro was going to do it
My
because his visual style slides right
Oh,
in.
yeah, yeah.
You take Pan's Labyrinth and throw vampires in it instead of hand demons. I mean, that's a terrifying film.
Those hand demons are the stuff of nightmares. I don't
They
need
are.
that. I need no, I mm-mm.
I
But
don't need my
I love
eyes
his
and my
character.
hands. That would be the things that I would never unsee.
I know, right? Alright, our next movie is actually one of your favorites,
I love this movie. So
Terrifier
Terrifier
3.
3 is out on digital right
Right.
now.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, so you can rent it for
Mhm.
an obscene amount on Amazon, or
Mm,
you can spend just a little bit more and buy it. This is uh, Damien Leone's one, two, three, four, fifth feature film,
mhm.
but he's done six total if you include the short, the Art the Clown short that he did before All Hallows Eve.
Okay.
Um, and it is outstanding. Uh, if there was, I really hope that the Academy kind of
Mhm.
gets their gets the stick out of their butt and starts actually giving more credit to special effects artists in the horror genre because you just don't see
Yeah.
it very often. I mean,
Mhm.
the entire category was developed specifically because of horror,
Mhm.
but I can't tell you the last time a horror movie won that award.
Mm.
Um, but this has the best practical effects I've seen since the second Terrifier.
Mm.
But but it's really good. Anybody who hasn't seen it, it's essentially a super. How far down the rabbit hole do I go? It is a slasher film with Art the Clown, who, if you've seen pictures of him, even if you know nothing about the movie, you've seen it on a T-shirt somewhere. It's been insane over the
Mhm.
last few years, and he is essentially this generation's Freddy Krueger. Uh, but he's hilarious without saying a word. He's violent. Um, just outstanding movie. Think of an action movie, but the
Mhm.
chase scenes are replaced with slasher kills, and that's Terrifier 3.
Okay.
Really
So
solid.
so digital, rent it or buy it. It's there. It's there.
Yeah.
The last movie is The Substance. It's available in movie. Has director and writer Corley Forget? Forget? Forget?
I think it's
Don't
Farjette.
judge
I
me.
want to say she's French.
Is it Fargette? Is it Frenchy?
Farja, Farjette. I'm from
Farja?
Georgia. I don't speak English
Fargette?
good.
Oh, no worries. We don't judge here. Um, oh, and it's got Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley in there.
Uh-huh.
Hmm,
This
interesting.
is for anybody that hasn't heard of it. So Demi Moore plays a an aging
Mhm,
actress in Hollywood. Um, and essentially it's a riff on the fact that as women age in Hollywood, the jobs kind of disappear
mhm,
or they get relegated to playing like the mom or the grandma or what.
mhm,
And she finds out about this black market drug that she can take as long as she
mhm.
follows the directions correctly, um, and it will actually help her revitalize her career. Um, but she does not follow the directions
Of
correctly.
course not.
Um, this is very much in the realm of a essentially it's body horror, right? So think
Mm,
of Jeff Goldblum's transformation in The Fly,
mm,
um, any of the Cronenberg stuff um, from the 80s and 90s, and stuff that his son's doing now. It is
mhm,
very intense, but it's one of those horror movies that while it's scary, it also has a really, really good motivation behind it
mm.
and a good theme to it. Um, so I recommend this one up and down. This has been the talk of the horror community for Jesus, the last year and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
Folks have been talking about this one since it started popping up at some of the cons like Fantastic Fest and some of the others.
okay.
I'm a
I'm
little
gonna
upset we have to sign up for another streaming service called Mubi.
dude, that's
Um,
how they get you.
but
They're
yeah, but
smart.
why name your streaming service after man chesticles?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why they did that. Um, so yeah, so those are some movies that are going to be coming out. Keep your eyes peeled, ears open for those. If you're a horror fan, that ought to be super fun. And now on to our super awesome horror movie review. You ready? Welcome back, everybody. All right. So, movie review. So, I am going to I'm gonna own this because I told Chris, like, hey, we should do a Thanksgiving horror movie review. And
We
I
had
was,
very different experiences.
I was like, why did I do this to myself? I'm like, oh God, this is horrible. Oh, there were some funny parts. So the first one we're gonna talk about is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Yes, I said Thanksgiving. If you've seen
It's
it
so
on
good.
Amazon for rent. So joke's on me because I rented it. That's right, I did. So they get the last laugh. It came
Funny.
out in 2008. Dude. Um, I would consider this like a black comedy.
Oh yeah,
Um, would you consider it a black comedy?
I would. This is very much in the. It's almost slapstick.
Yeah.
Like there's one guy out there on the YouTubes that calls these kind of things splat stick
Splat stick. Ooh,
because
yeah, I
it's
like
funny and
that.
gory. Um,
Yeah,
this very much fits in that realm.
yeah. It's
I love
definitely
this
splat.
movie so much.
So the headline catchphrase of this movie is "Gobble gobble, motherfucker." So if that gives you any indication of what kind of movie this is going to be, there you go. Um, so the whole story starts off with like some college friends who it's so cliche. We're gonna go out to a friend's cabin for Thanksgiving and whatnot. And they hear about a story of a shaman of a Native American tribe uses necromancy to create turkey. Turkie is a name. So he necromances a turkey. and the turkey appears every 505 years. 505. Why they picked that, I don't know. To kill all the Caucasians that he encounters. So me and Chris are automatically dead if we run across that turkey. We're done. We're done for.
I'm all right with it.
Dude. So then the very beginning of the movie is immediately fan service because it's just actually the second movie is like that too. It's just zeroes in on like boobs, and I'm like, okay, that's a boob. What are we doing? And then the lead character, her name is Wanda Lust. I'm just
She
gonna
likes to
let that.
travel.
I like to ruminate that. Yeah, she is a traveler. She's I'm a wanderer. Um, so it fast forwards to modern day, and the dog urinates on a totem, and then Turkey is prematurely awakened, and then the shenanigans ensue. Chris, so just from like the first 10 minutes, like what were your thoughts on this movie? Like
I
it did
started
not make
laughing.
did
I
not
started
make
laughing
sense.
immediately. I died because first off, I mean the first 10 minutes tell you exactly what you're in for, right? You've got this pilgrim woman hiding behind a tree who is in full pilgrim outfit,
Yep.
including the bib, but no other top. And the turkey's line before he kills her is "nice tits, bitch." Like you know exactly what you're in for at that point. If you make it past that and then you're upset about it, it's your own fault.
And, like, to give you a good visual, like, this turkey is very clearly like a hand puppet, and it's so poorly made, but that's what makes it so funny. I think this film was actually filmed by some college friends who were on, like,
Hmm.
summer break, and I think they filmed it, like, over a month or something.
Yep.
Um, I'm not sure if they did it with their phones or what, but that just kinda adds to the comedy factor if you like to go on IMDb and, like, look at, trivia like I do, but that was hilarious to know as well. Um, so, throughout the movie, like I said, shenanigans ensue. Like the demonic we'll just call him Turkey. Turkey actually sneaks into a guy's house with like wearing like the Groucho Marx, yeah,
He's
like with
pretending
the
to be a cop, isn't he?
glasses. Huh?
Isn't he pretending to be a cop?
He did after that
Okay.
because he
And
ends
the
up
dad
peeling the
answers
guy's.
the door in a turkey costume.
Yeah, like he peels the guy's face off and
It's
puts it
so
on.
stupid.
And the girl's like, "Oh, hi, dad," and it's so bad, like, it's so bad, like, it's like his skin on his face is just, like, sitting on, like, the turkey, and I'm just like, I don't know
It's so
how
good.
many takes. Huh?
It's so good. Like the turkey goes full Hannibal Lecter on this dude,
He
and
does.
his daughter's just oblivious.
"Oh, dad." So you I wonder how many takes it took for them to get through some of these, like, with a straight face.
Oh, there's no way.
Like, I couldn't do it, like, I'm not that strong of a person, like, I would just lose it, I'm like, I'm done for the day, like, I can't do it anymore." It's so bad. So, um,
It's so good.
so
This is a 4 out of
then
5 movie for me, by the way.
oh my god. It's a 4 out of 5. Are you serious? Just because it's funny?
From an
Because it's
enjoyment
slapstick?
factor,
I gotcha, okay,
I gave this a
okay.
4 out of 5.
You have different categories, I got it,
From
okay.
a quality standpoint, it's like a point
Dude,
five out of
it's
5.
so bad. I can make a better movie on my phone.
Probably. Oh,
Um, so then the group at her dad's one of the characters' dad's house, like, they find a book to, like, try to, like, discover how to kill turkey, and so it's this like, they have to find this talisman, and then they have to burn them and, like, say this demonic chant, but you gotta do it backwards. So they definitely borrowed some ideas there. Um, but then they almost complete this, but then turkey gets away. So, again, as you guys know, I love, like, going on and, like, watching IMDb. Chris, did you read that they actually found that radioactive material and then like incorporated it into the story.
No.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, they found it. I forgot where was this. Is this in? I think this was I can't remember where this is from. Oh no, that's the
Sounds
last
like
Thanksgiving. That's a
Jersey.
different one. Yeah. So they found this radioactive material and then they decided to use it in the plot. So they almost kill Turkey, but Turkey gets reanimated in this radioactive substance. So he comes back. I think he's like glowing green or something.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like glowing green.
It's so good.
So so and meanwhile, just so you know, this turkey has like it says like the most crude like one-liners.
Oh yeah,
It's
this is not a politically correct
this is
movie by any stretch of
no,
the imagination.
this is not a child's movie. Don't watch this with
No,
your children. But I'm telling you, don't watch it. Don't do it.
watch it.
Um, so then my favorite death is when they finally kill Turkey with like the hairspray.
Mm.
Who did you do that as a kid just to see if it'd work?
Oh, so we went full ridiculous with it. On I was in Boy Scouts, and on
Mm,
camping trips we would douse our arms in bug spray and light them, and then run around
oh, we
camp on
didn't.
fire. So we were like little suicidal stuntmen.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, we did stupid. I'm surprised I'm here today, to be honest with you.
It's like I survived my own childhood.
Mhm.
um, and then the movie ends with a turkey, like a Thanksgiving turkey, being on the table and saying, and you can clearly see it like starts twitching, and it says, "Do I smell a sequel, biatch?" And
So
that's the end of the movie. Um, so Chris, we rate things on crowns, 1 to 5 crowns.
okay,
Here. Oh, so you said it's 4 out of 5, so would you get it 4 out of 5 crowns?
I would get so if we're combining enjoyment and technical aspects, I would give it like a 2,
Okay.
right? Because it's not a good movie, but like just out of pure enjoyment, it's
Yeah.
totally a 4. Like I will watch this every Thanksgiving until I keel over, probably.
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is my new A Christmas Story.
No,
It's
that's
gonna be on in
so
the background
sad.
tomorrow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, that was Thanksgiving. Chris,
And it's
you
the
got
start
one?
of a franchise.
I know. I like how they what's your movie that you wanna go over? Please,
so
please do tell, do tell.
so for me, I think Thanksgiving, the Eli Roth film, is a far superior film to Thanksgiving from a technical standpoint.
I actually really like this movie.
I didn't have as much fun with it as I did Thanksgiving.
Really? I
Yeah,
liked it.
it's the
I
Eli
liked it a
Roth thing,
lot.
man. He's so hit or miss for me. Um, but so the basic premise of this one, right? So this came out last year,
Mhm.
directed by Eli Roth. It was written by one of Eli Roth's real close friends, or so they say.
So they
But to
say.
listen to the dialogue and everything else, this is an Eli Roth
Yeah.
film. Stars Patrick Dempsey, Gina Gershon, bunch of younger cats that I didn't really recognize from anything else.
Nah, me
Uh,
neither.
but the cast is actually really solid. I thought the acting was
Mhm.
really well done. And the basic premise of it is that there's a Black Friday sale getting ready to go. Of
Okay.
course, it's on Thanksgiving afternoon because Black Friday starts a day early now. Uh, and essentially, the kids of the owner, or one of the kids in this crew, needs to get a new phone for some reason.
Mhm.
and one of the kids that they're with is the daughter of the owner of the big retail store in the area.
Mhm.
So they sneak in through the back while you've got this massive crowd of people out front,
Black Friday,
waiting to
man.
get in, bumping up against barricades. Right? Think about the horror stories you hear about Walmart on Thanksgiving or Black Friday, and that's essentially what we're looking at. Right?
I still can't believe that happened. Like, people actually died.
It happens
Isn't
all
that
the
ri
time.
isn't that
When we were living in
ridiculous?
Colorado Springs, a kid got
God.
shot for a PlayStation 4 at a
Like,
Walmart.
really?
Yeah, people are
Damn.
ridiculous. Now,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
are.
PlayStation 4 it was pretty fucking cool, but I don't think I'm gonna
I
shoot you
agree.
for it. I might
Mm-mm.
stab somebody. I'll shank you for one, but I'm not gonna shoot you for one.
Don't waste a bullet. You're
No,
not worth a
it's expensive.
bullet.
You know how hard it is to get a hold of 22 ammo right now?
I
It's crazy.
That's so bad. Anyways, I wasted a bullet. Just follow my knife, okay?
Uh,
Oh.
but essentially, the couple of folks in the crowd that have they've been poking at security and everything all night,
Mhm.
see the kids in there, and then chaos ensues.
Mhm.
They break down the barricades, they run through, they storm the store. Several people end up getting killed in various ways. It is hard to come by. 22 ammo is rare. Um,
Kate
but
Lee says, "Well, it's really hard to come by." You guys are funny.
and some of the kills are actually really, really creative. At the
Mhm.
beginning, I was surprised by it, and
Mhm.
there's nothing outlandish, which surprised me. Um, I don't think I saw
Yeah.
a single kill in that initial push that I didn't think could actually happen in the situation.
Mhm.
So really well shot. I thought the acting was solid. Uh, John Carver as a killer is
That was
pretty
interesting.
awesome. Yeah,
That
I
was
was
yeah.
pleasantly surprised. But it is an Eli Roth movie, so you've got to go in expecting that kind of humor and I mean, there's nobody crapping in the corner of a cage for 30 minutes with Looney Tunes sound effects, but it gets close.
Well,
Little Green Inferno reference
um,
for everybody.
yes, that was a movie. Eli Roth,
That movie is
he's,
no thanks, Kelly, ma'am.
he's got a different palette for different people.
Yeah,
Um, and I thought it was what did you think? Like, did you figure out who the killer was
almost
early on?
immediately.
Are you like a detective? See, I I had a hint. I feel like if you paid really close attention to the dialogue in the beginning, you
Yes.
could catch it.
Yep.
But if you're not paying attention and you're not like, "Wait a minute. What was that?
Yep.
What does that mean? What did that mean? That was weird.
Yep.
What was that?" So I feel like you could catch the killer if you're actually paying attention. So if you actually are the type of person who like to figure things out, then you're gonna miss it if you don't pay attention. But it's something that's, interesting to watch. Actually, what my, Chris, I'm gonna ask you. So my favorite scene is actually where, the killer's actually fixing up one of the victims as a turkey, but
So
he's
the
actually
prep
huh?
work or after?
So both. Like,
Yeah.
I was that would be something that I would expect from a Thanksgiving horror movie
Yes.
that I don't think I've really got in other ones. Mostly it's just like things killing like a murderous turkeys, like running around and like killing people. And then this person's actually like, you know what? I'm gonna fix her up like a turkey. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
okay, that
Yep.
happened.
With the
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
chef's hats on the feet and everything.
Yeah. Chef's hats, yeah, and everything. And I mean, again, horror fan, I appreciated that. I was like, "I appreciate that." He's even, like, got the carrots and potatoes and everything,
Mhm.
like, I enjoyed that. What did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was creative. And it's just weird though. Like Thanksgiving, we've got in theory we have tons of traditions around it, but it
Mhm.
just doesn't have I don't know, the pizzazz, I guess, would be the right word of like a Christmas or even Easter, which I would love to see a solid Easter horror movie.
Oh,
Um,
there are some.
you'll have to hook me up. Are there
I
any
mean,
like zombie bunnies that run around being vulgar
I'm not
and
sure. There's
getting
the
into
Easter
radioactive
Bunny
waste?
killer one. There's the Easter Bunny killer one, I'm not kidding.
I'll have to check that out. But
Okay. I mean,
yeah, I've
technically,
heard
you could say that Critters 2 is a Easter movie because it happens on
Critters 2 is
Easter.
an amazing movie.
I
I
love
love that
Critters too.
franchise.
I love critters in general.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something wrong with me. I love it. Um, so yeah. So out of these movies, I would probably more recommend like if you want something as what'd you call it? Splat stick funny. Thanksgiving was a good watch. And then we also have Thanksgiving as Eli Ross film that came out with starring Patrick Dempsey and Gina Gershon. There was one other movie I had to talk about just because I called it right from the beginning. It was filmed in Florida, and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, that's totally filmed in Florida. And it was The Last Thanksgiving.
Oh, so that movie has a following.
Shut up, you're lying.
No, I'm
You're
dead serious.
lying.
No, it's actually Fangoria has it listed this month on its like top 12 movies to
Is it?
watch for Thanksgiving, along with like
Dude,
Deadly Friend, um, which that's a good. Have you ever seen Deadly Friend?
no.
So Deadly Friend is a Wes Craven movie
Is it?
that was not shot to be a horror movie. So in
Okay.
post-production, the studio
Okay.
made Wes go back and add kills to a movie that was not supposed to have any.
Hmm.
It is hilarious. A lady gets
Okay.
killed by having a basketball thrown at her head.
I believe it. Those things are pretty
It's
tough.
worth a watch.
Just
Um,
saying.
but
Okay.
yeah, the movie's it's far. Well, to be fair, Amityville Thanksgiving was on this list as well, and that was one that I didn't even finish. And I very rarely won't finish a movie,
You didn't
but
ever
I got
told me about that one. Wait, you gotta tell me about that one next. Because
so
you were like, Jen, don't. I'm like, what? Okay. I'm
it's
like, you're
so
saying
bad.
no, so I won't. Okay.
So you've got the premise is you have a couple that's going through marriage counseling, right? And
Okay.
you have the counselor, but every time you see the counselor, he's sharpening something, right? Some kind of blade, random shit, but just sitting there working on it,
Okay.
right? He's constantly hitting on the wife. The husband is oblivious to
Ooh.
the whole thing. So, as
Okay.
part of their counseling,
Mhm.
the three of them go to a cabin in the woods for Thanksgiving. And it
That's
is,
weird.
I don't know what it was about this movie that made me turn it off because it wasn't, I wouldn't even count this as a horror movie, Mac. This one was,
So so Willie says, "What, a horror movie that CJ doesn't like?" I
yeah,
know, that's what that was my reaction. I'm like, "Huh?
this one was
What?"
bad. Like, have you ever sat down and saw something on screen that you didn't feel like you should be watching?
Sometimes.
Like, there's no reason for it, right? There's nothing, there was no nudity, there was no vulgarity, there was no violence, no gore, just
Yeah.
conversations between people. And I felt wrong watching it.
I don't wanna know.
So I'm honestly, I'm probably going to do more research into it to try to figure out if I can find out what gave me that. But like, it was just not for
Some
me.
self-reflection. Like, why did
Not
I
for me.
feel that way?
Yeah, something's not right. Maybe it's an
Yeah.
internal trauma that I need to deal with in order to watch the Amityville Thanksgiving.
You need to do some shadow work.
Something. It's just one. I'll start keeping a dream journal and no, man, it's not funny. It wasn't
So
funny.
So Willie asks, "Is it not even worth a watch to laugh at? Like, it's not even like, no, no, it's not watchable? Chris, you
No,
watch everything, dude. Are you serious?
it's bad.
Oh my god.
Like,
It's
it's
so
not.
bad."
I watch The Room when I'm bored just to have something go. Like, I will literally watch anything. Um,
This is true. I
Not
can
this.
attest to that. You put on some stuff for your house. I'm like, "Chris, what are you watching?"
It's so bad.
Alright, so, yes, Kaylee says that means it's terrible. Yeah, okay, so
It's
don't
true.
watch what is it, Amityville Thanksgiving? Don't watch that
Amityville
one?
Thanksgiving. Yeah, don't
Okay.
waste your $3.99 renting that on Prime. I don't even know
Oh,
why it's on.
man,
It should
they
be free
got
on Tubi.
you. They got you, Chris. They
Oh, yeah.
they got you. That's
They
why
got
I
me.
didn't rent it. I was like, "No." Chris said, "No. I ain't
Yeah.
wasting my money." So
I'll say this, I would rather sit and watch the movie, on Tubi where the guy does the bullet curve around the tree.
you're talking about
If you've been on
Wanted?
Facebook or if you've been on YouTube at all in the last, like, 6 months, you've probably seen this clip.
Oh, no, I don't think
I'll
so.
watch that movie before I'll watch
I
this
thought you
again.
were talking about Wanted.
No, that
What
was
about
actually watchable. This
I
was
thought
on
I'm like,
Tubi
the
and
James
probably not
McAvoy one?
watchable.
Oh, I'll watch it just for James McAvoy, shoot.
Yeah, I'll watch it for Angelina.
Don't blame me. They ain't knocking you for that. Um, but the last Thanksgiving, um, Kaylee said, "I know what he's talking about." Yeah,
Mhm.
I ain't gonna
So
deny it. She ain't bad to look at. Just saying. So the last Thanksgiving, was actually one that was it better than Thanksgiving? Yes, just because there wasn't, like, some weird murderous turkey. I actually like some of the kills.
that's fair.
Some of the kills were funny to me. Like, I actually laughed a few times. So so the whole movie starts off so first of all, it was filmed in Miramar, Florida, 'cause when I start watching this movie and I'm looking at my husband, I'm like, "I think that's Florida." He's like, "You think everything's Florida?" I'm like, "No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's Florida. Look." It's like, "Is it?" And it was. Like, I automatically, like, I had to, like guys, if you don't know me, if I'm watching a movie, sometimes my spouse thinks I'm uninterested, but I actually go on IMDb and start looking up trivia. I don't know why. I could like the movie, like, genuinely like it. But if there's somebody I recognize and I have to look them up, I'm, "Oh, yeah, that's that person. Let me look that up. Where's this filmed at? I recognize it." I don't know why I do it. Maybe ADHD brain, just it is what it is.
I do the same thing.
Do you? Okay, I'm not
I'll do it in a
alone.
movie theater.
Do you do it in the movies
Mhm.
too? Yeah.
Just cover the
But,
phone.
like, don't judge me. There's probably other people doing it. Um, but it kinda starts off with this, girl who has a serious attitude problem, and she has to end up going to work at a diner on Thanksgiving, and, she's super peeved about it. And, and then, like, the other plot of the story is there is a family of cannibals who likes to go and kill people for Thanksgiving so they can have their Thanksgiving meal, pretty much. Um, can I just say, like, as far as, like, them being cannibals, I'm not sure how they got so far in life without getting caught. They have a really poor plan, very poor execution. I mean, he's trying to kill people in this restaurant, and there's other people around, like, "Oh, I'm just gonna off this lady while she's in the freezer." I'm like, "Really? There's other people around. You don't think they're gonna they're not gonna notice that she's missing?" I'm like, "How many years have you done this?" I'm like, terrible. Um, didn't you think like, I thought that they were like I'm like, "How did you guys survive, like, this many years, like, doing this, like, every year for Thanksgiving or maybe even as, like, a meat source?"
So I grew up in Florida. So I have seen the. Oh, yeah.
I
It might not
know.
sound like it, but
I'm just wondering where you're going with this. I
well,
know
so
cannibals.
it not necessarily, but I know the level of, let's call it deductive reasoning that a lot of Floridians lack. So I could see the police force not knowing what the hell's going on, especially if it's a diner and cops are
Touche.
swinging by and
Touche.
it's a tourist trap,
Touche.
man. You just catch the tourists.
Touche. Yeah. I stand
It's
corrected. You're
exotic
correct.
long pig.
I give people too much intelligence slack, but yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I don't want to know
Don't
how many cannibals are in Ocala
press
National Forest. There's got to be a few.
you. So what's your favorite kill in this movie? I have mine.
Honestly, I'm drawing a blank on the kills in this movie.
So my favorite kill was the guy in the diner in the wheelchair. When she
Don't
hits him
remember
and
it.
his head just like splits open like a watermelon.
I'm gonna have to
It's just
watch
like,
this one again.
and I was just like, I just started laughing. I was like, that's so bad. He just splits open like watermelon. She just hits him in the head. He's like, I was like, wow. I'm like, these effects are like awesome. I loved it. Everything looked like it looked like pureed tomatoes.
Probably was.
It probably was. Like I think I could call it. I mean,
The budget.
there's some horror movies I've watched where I'm like, that's very clearly strawberry syrup
Oh yeah.
that you would normally make like, your strawberry milk or put it on your ice cream. Very clearly. They just like decided to squirt it on the wall, maybe add a little bit extra food dye, but that's totally what that was.
Good old
So yeah,
capitalism.
um you had some honorable mentions
I
for
do.
our Thanksgiving movies. What were those?
Yeah. So, for the non-horror fans out there, I think everybody knows planes, trains, and automobiles, right?
Mm.
That's kind of the quintessential Thanksgiving movie.
I
Uh,
forgot that was Thanksgiving, but you're right.
but
I
there's
totally forgot about that.
one that a lot of people don't remember being a Thanksgiving movie is Son-in-Law
Oh,
with
man.
Pauly Shore.
That was like he had like a short high time and he definitely like took advantage of it.
It lasted like 8 months, I think. It was a
Yeah.
little longer than that. It was what was it?
Between
Encino
like
Man, Son-in-Law.
Biodome, right?
Biodome was kind
Biodome.
of the end of it, yeah.
Yeah, he had like a short little arc and he rode that thing like a yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
surfer,
what do
I
you
guess.
want out of life? To die and come back as a leotard.
Yeah.
Biodome. Um, but yeah, there's also Deadly Friend. I mentioned a little bit earlier. The
Mhm.
1986 Wes Craven movie
Mhm.
is one that I think everybody should check out. It has Christy Swanson in it, the original Buffy. Uh,
What? Christy
so
Swanson.
definitely worth a shot. Um, and then there is oh hell, Into the Dark Pilgrim came out in 2019.
Is that another one you watched?
So it's on Hulu, and it's actually a series called Into the Dark. Um,
Oh, okay.
but
Try that
it's
out.
pretty good.
All right.
It's pretty all right. But basically, it's about Thanksgiving reenactors, the
Mhm.
first Thanksgiving reenactors, that get a little too into it.
I
So
believe
shit
that.
goes awry, so to speak.
Shit goes awry. Um, so since we're kind
And
of on the topic
Thanksgiving
of like,
3.
oh my god,
You got to watch Thanksgiving 3.
they skipped 2, just so you know.
Well, so it's out there, but there's
Thanksgiving.
only one copy, and it's hard to find.
Yeah, so they say. Like during Thanksgiving 3, they're looking for Thanksgiving 2
They are, which is Thanksgiving in space.
in space. Yeah, that happened.
First line
So
of that
great.
movie is "Nice tits, bitch."
Oh
In
my god.
space.
Yeah, and that's the actual opening scene, and there's more boobs. More
It's
boobs. I'm like, all right, fan
oh,
service.
Little
You know.
singing puppet brain.
All
How can
right.
you not find that? You grew up on Jim Henson too. You don't like
What?
you don't like budget Jim Henson?
I do. I think it's just the film quality that lost me.
That's
I'm
fair.
picky. I'm
That's
picky. I don't
I
like
will
certain
say
animes because I don't like the art. I'm weird.
oh, yeah, alright. Fair enough.
Sometimes the art's shit. I won't watch it.
Yeah. There is a new
I
horror
don't
anime
know.
coming out
What's
on
that?
Netflix.
What's that?
It is called The Summer That Hiroku Died? Hold on.
Oh, interesting.
By The Summer Hikaru Died. Based
Summer
on a
Hikaru.
manga, being directed
Down for that.
by Ryohei Takashita.
Okay.
So the trailer's out. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. And the
Okay.
release date is soon. Whatever that
Soon.
means for Netflix.
Oh, like it's Netflix soon. Who knows what that
Yeah.
means?
Yeah, for
Gotcha.
Stranger Things
Yeah.
soon, like 2028. So
Dude, I'm gonna have to watch all the other seasons before the next season comes out because it's been so long
I don't have that kind of dedication.
between. Well, I genuinely like them, so I'm
It
probably
is a good
gonna.
show.
Yeah, Willie thought that was funny. Budget Jim Henson. Yeah, it's yeah. There's that. Um, there is a I don't know if you've watched it, but there is a new season of From. It is on
Yeah.
the MGM channel if anybody wants some good horror to watch. That was an excellent show. 3rd season, you know, there's one show that I have not been disappointed with. Like, usually shows have, like, a good 1st season, the 2nd season kinda sucks, and the 3rd one kinda
Mhm.
picks up. It's kind of tracking along really well. It's giving you enough, like, little nuggets to, like, kinda keep you interested. Um, so we'll probably be watching the 3rd season here, so I may come back and kinda let you know what we thought about it, but it just came out, so MGM's like, "No, you gotta get our streaming service," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm not buying another one. I'm paying enough for it is now. I'm gonna go poor buying these renting these stream services. Ridiculous." Alright. Ready to wrap it up, Chris?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's wrap it up. Guess on round one. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in with me and my homie Chris from CJ Horror Fan. Chris, so much fun watching
Always.
these horror movies with you.
We're gonna watch Thanksgiving again tomorrow, so get some sleep.
I will. I will. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow with my Pookie Bear over there. um Guys, don't forget to check out Fallen Star on the Queens of Nerddom podcast. Might not release something this week, but we'll probably do it next week. Want to take some time off, spend some time with the Bam Bam. Just saying. I was on Pup Break earlier this week. We were talking about Arcane season 2. Did you ever watch Arcane, Chris?
I did. I love the first season.
Oh,
Second
dude.
season I haven't started yet. I've heard mixed reviews on it.
I was not disappointed.
Okay.
It was really good. I really hope like, I actually started reading about more of the lore just because I found it so interesting, and I found that a lot of people actually started playing League of Legends because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I'm not sure if that was their intent, but
oh, it
they
had to
got
have been.
people interested. I guess. That's
I mean,
smart.
it was Riot Games overseeing the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, the characters were just so fleshed out and their story was amazing. Season 2 did not disappoint, so I highly recommend it if
I will check it
anyone
out.
hasn't watched it. But yeah, I hope that everyone has a very safe Thanksgiving. Be safe traveling out there. Watch out for the drivers. Hope your flight's not delayed. All that fun stuff. Hopefully, a person you're going to eat at their house cooks well. I know my friends do. But you guys be safe. Have a great holiday, and hopefully, we'll see you in December. Got some stuff cooking up. We'll see. We shall see you. All right. Any last words, Chris?
No, just thanks for having me on. I'll have some
Absolutely.
stuff coming out soonish once I get some
Yeah.
little things worked out. Yep, I'm thinking I'll probably do a end of year ranking of the horror movies that were released and kind of walk through my thoughts there. So we'll see how that goes.
I like it.
If I can figure out how to
I
work this technology stuff.
Yeah. It's easier as you go along, I think. It's gets sorted out in the end. All right. Good night, everyone.
Thanks all.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, stay nerdy and keep your crown straight.